Okay, this is a brief video of an Amtrak Superliner Roomette viewed from the opposite roomette across the aisle. This is the aisle down the car. The middle of the car is in the distance. The full-size rooms are beyond that. There's one seat. The multi-use table, the opposite seat, and the door to the next car. This is the overhead bed, which lowers down. You've got a bit of a mirror, but it's not a full-length mirror. Got a little combination storage area, shelf, and stairway to the upper bunk. There's some storage underneath the seats. This can be seen here. Not a lot though. The door closes and locks with a simple latch. It cannot be locked from the outside. There is a set of drapes with Velcro, which can be pulled shut across for top to bottom privacy from the rest of the train. But it's a lot nicer with it open. There's a closet. It's fairly narrow, hard to see in there, but it holds two narrow jackets or shirts. They've got some towels and so on for the shower there. Sundry coat hooks. Each car has its own air vent, ceiling lights, an upper bunk reading light, a speaker for the sound system, which probably doesn't ever work. Each seat has a reading light that swivels and turns on and off. The one seat has an audio control, which I've never tried. Been told it doesn't do anything on most cars. You've got an attendant call button, and you've got a ceiling light, blue mode for night, regular for daytime, and off. Each seat is a semi-recliner. There is a lever under the seat which allows it to slide down into a more reclined mode. If you slide both seats together, they close over this area in the middle and make a single bed. With the top bunk lowered down, it has its own mattress and a rolled up mattress for the lower bunk. In addition, there is a security belt which can be used optionally to keep the upper occupant from rolling out on bumpy tracks. The opposite seat has its own reading light once again. Temperature control from cold to warm. And a single 120 volt AC outlet, which anybody riding in a roomette would be well advised to bring a small outlet strip so you can plug in more than one thing. The multi-use table, clearly semi-broken on this car, interestingly enough. But it folds out like that and makes room for even a couple of notebook computers or to play games. There's a little bit of a checkerboard pattern Could be used for checkers or chess. And a little area for sundry items. It says do not sit or lean on table. I think somebody probably did, but it seems okay. Although it shouldn't come off like this. Previous cars I did not have this broken table. I like to take a GPS with me, stick it right on the window so I can see where I'm going. And a small radio scanner. Inexpensive ones like this that can be got for $60 to $100. And the frequencies used by Amtrak for each train route are published online and can be programmed in. Overall, the roomette is not very large, but it is comfortable for one person, and as long as the people are friendly, 2 people. You have a bit of space between the seats, pretty much knee to knee for an average sized person. But the seats are fairly wide, and what many people do is one person will sit to the right and put their feet up next to the other person, who is in turn, their feet will come over and occupy the space like this. That would still be fairly comfortable. But if you're one person, you have plenty of room for an airline size carry-on bag and sundry items, cameras, a purse, a laptop computer, anything of that sort. If you've got 2 people, you're going to be a little bit tight for the luggage. You certainly can't manage anything larger than an airline carry-on size bag unless you put it right by the door. And if you put it by the door, then there's no place to stand when you put your legs out of bed, and you'd have trouble when you're trying to sleep. So I would not recommend bringing anything more than a single bag for 2 people maximum, and check everything else, or put it in the downstairs luggage storage compartment in each sleeper car. This is the downstairs some roomettes here. Luggage storage. Bathrooms and shower. Okay, this is the roomette at night with about as much illumination as I can get in here. The top bed is still up, the lower bed is down. Standing on the bed to get a little better angle and see with the bed down, there's very little room next to it, just enough room to stand up. You're recommended to bring flip-flops on the train for the shower. And there's the other side. You can hang bags from the coat hooks and put a small airplane carry-on size suitcase on the top step for the upper bunk if you're not using it. That keeps it clear of the small available space on the floor. It's a fairly comfy bed. It's big enough, but not good for 2 people.